Hi everyone, my name is Jacob from Extreme Cinema Reviews, and today I am with Dakota Daulby and Harrison Houde. For the movie Titletus, which is premiering in Quebec City today, but also releasing today. So thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming to the cinemas to watch our film today.
Oh, it was an amazing film. I would like to start by asking, what was it like to make a film with that specific topic?
I think it's a very difficult topic, but when Raiden approached us with the story and we had the opportunity to make it, it felt like a story that we had to make because of how powerful it is and how many people that the story could reach. And it also just felt necessary, like, for Raiden to make it. So if Raiden was the only person to see this film after we made it, like, we would be okay with that. So that's why we took this on for sure.
Titletus, Tissé Serré, the French title, it's a story, as you know, about a father and son, and then father's been addicted to heroin for about 28 years, and it's based on a true story. So it's based on the story of Raiden Wickopp, who I play in the film. The character's name is Joel, and his father, Bodo. I think personally, like, I have addiction in my family, and I think many families deal with that. And what was really special about this is when we started talking to Raiden about his story, what stood out for us is that in most addiction stories and in families, there's a lot of resentment, a lot of anger, and certainly that exists in Raiden's life and story. But overall, he has a lot of love and like hope and a lot of fun. I think that's what shocked us the most. Yeah. They have so much fun together as a father and son, despite the addiction, which was so interesting and shocking to see, to be honest, because I think when we think about addiction and we think about heroin specifically, you don't think of it a fun being a word that you would use in a relationship with someone that is addicted to heroin. And they just they have this tremendous love for each other. And I remember Raiden telling us he believes wholeheartedly that love can cure his father, which was a fascinating thing to write to and to act to. And that's my answer.
Yeah. This movie was written in a very humanly way. Like, it's very human, it's very sincere, it's very tender also. So how did you approach both that sensitivity in the co-writing process, but also the playing a character like the son?
I'll talk to writing. So Harrison and I have been writing and making movies together 10, 11 years now. We've done, it's our first feature film, but we've done 14, 15 short films now.
We've written other features, but this is the first one we've gotten.
Yeah, correct. We've written many other features. The first one that got funded. So in terms of the writing process, I think what was unique about this is that Raiden had a lot of archival footage of his dad. So in the film, Joel is videotaping his father, and that's true for Raiden in real life. He's been taking videos and photos of his dad for years. So it wasn't like we had to create stuff because it's a true story. It was like omitting stuff and finding, well, what's our narrative? Take someone's whole entire life. How do you make a story out of their life? Which was a challenge. So that was the writing process. And then, Harrison and I, we just threw drafts back and forth. And he was in Japan and I was in New York, and I would write 5 pages at 5 a.m, New York Times, send it to him, and he'd wake up in Japan and write 5 pages and send it back to me. And we just did that until we had a script that we liked, and then you just revise and revise and revise.
I was going to say the simple answer of finding the tenderness and humanity in a story like this. The simple answer is, well, we just didn't have to make anything up. So I think it naturally becomes human and real, and that feeling translates into the film because it's just real stuff. We really didn't make that much stuff up. We combined characters, we had to omit stuff, we had to skip a lot of things because there was just too much to write about. So and it naturally became natural because it's a real story. So reality into screen, into script writing.
And then to speak about acting, it's a challenge. It was scary, to be honest, to act like someone's real life. And Raiden was there every day with us. He came in pre-production, and we all lived together in the same house for a month, and then he was there every day on set. And it was nerve-wracking because, I'm playing him and it's more than just a fictional film. It's his entire life that we're portraying. So I want to do a good job and we want to make a good film that he's proud of. But then as we got through the process, it became kind of the best asset because whenever I felt lost in the character or I didn't know what to do in a scene, I could just look across the set and there's the real dude I'm playing. And I can talk to him and ask him questions, or I can just hold him and hug him and remind myself that there's an importance to the story that we're telling. And it's beyond just making a film. It's his life, and it's the life of many, many people around the world.
So with that in mind, there's a lot to cover, from grief to breakups to addiction to unconditional love. There's so many things that happens to every character arcs. And my question was, what percentage of it is reality and what percentage of it was needed to be adapted into a feature film?
I mean, a lot of it was real. I think a lot of people, and having Raiden on set was really great because of this. It's like, did this really happen? Like that? And we were able to look at them and go, yeah, like, talk to Raiden. This is his story. Like, this stuff actually happened. So I don't know, percentage. If I'm just like taking a guess right now, it's probably like 80% real, maybe 70%.
I think more than that.
Maybe. I mean, we like a lot of it's real, but we had to make certain changes, like combining characters. So like the winery is real, the boat is real. Like those things were separate in real life, but we just combined those characters and the locations. And then like the Taylor in the movie who plays Joel's girlfriend or wife, like we had to take like kind of a lot of liberties with her character because for us, when we spoke about this character in the writing, like we needed an outside perspective because it's very insular to the family otherwise. And like, who can comment on this other than, well, it felt natural that it was his girlfriend and she kind of is the audience's voice. And there is some reality as to how she feels, of course, but I think that without spoiling too much, a lot of elements of her character were fabricated and just for the story to move along and help us with the story. Yeah. And I don't know what else.
Okay. That was the main area.
Those are like, yeah, I feel like those are the main big two things that were changed from the real life versus the movie. But yeah, there's probably a lot of minor things, of course.
And how was it how did you find the cast? Did you approach any agencies or did you have any specific actors in mind at the time?
Well, when we were writing, this guy's going to be Joel. So, yeah. And we named him Joel because it was like a nice degree of separation because we're talking to Raiden every day and writing with him. So we're like, well, when Raiden does this and that, it's like, it feels very weird. So it was nice to just give him a different name to separate it a bit so we could talk about, that character in the movie versus real life. And then, yeah, just to touch on casting, we got the movie made in Quebec. So it naturally became, well, we should cast Quebec stars in this and use Quebec actors. And then, okay, so we should make it part French. And it kind of just naturally progressed in that way once we knew we were making the movie here. Yeah, so then Emmanuel came up as an option for Bodo, and it was, you can tell the story, it's crazy, the audition he gave us.
Yeah, Emmanuel Bilodeau is a big star here, so I don't think...
Yeah,
I don't know if Emmanuel has ever auditioned, or at least hasn't auditioned in 20 years. So we asked him to audition, and he kindly did that for us, but sent us in the most insane audition video I think I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Vertical, grainy, in the backyard, walking around, talking to him, doesn't even have a reader, talking to himself, just mumbling these words to himself. And we watched it, we're like, what is this? What's going on with this audition? But then the more we watched it, we're like, oh, it's kind of genius because it's actually just the real guy. It's Bodo. It's like how Bodo would do an audition.
Yeah.
So
and then I saw his, and then I saw his comedy stuff. I started Googling Emmanuel and saw his stand-up routine. And that's when we kind of started putting puzzle pieces together. And Dakota and I were looking back over his audition tape going, oh, this looks like the videos of Bodo. And he has the comedy chops and he has the timing and the energy. And the charisma, and he's likable like the real Bodo very much is. So we started putting those puzzle pieces together, and yeah, Emmanuel was the guy for the part.
What was the funniest part on set?
The funniest.
Working with him?
Oh,
Or just in general?
Just in general.
That's a good question, actually. I don't think anyone's asked us that yet. The funniest part.
Oh my gosh, 2 years ago.
Oh, it was shot 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I'll tell you, one of the most challenging days was the sing-along day in the car with
Which one? Because we shot it twice.
Yeah, we shot it multiple times. Well, I wear my sunglasses, that whole sing-along. It was just like so silly and difficult because it's an indie, so you know, we can't like close down the street, so we're like kind of on live roads, and there's a challenge to that. And then we had mentioned before the scene where Joel goes to save his dad, and there's the big mud kind of fight. That just went totally wrong that day, and we had a like torrential downpour of rain.
But I love that.
It was a good day. It was like our third or fourth day, and just like all Harrison's shots and ideas kind of had to go out the window, and we game planned at lunch, and like, well, what are we doing? And I mean, go ahead. It's like became a oneer.
Yeah, it just became a oneer. We're like, we're going to do this as a oneer on Steadicam. We're going to rehearse, shoot it in one take, and like, that's it. Like, that's our day kind of thing. Yeah, that was crazy. Funniest moments. Guy and Mimi, Gilbert and Mimi, Guy and Jennifer in the movie. So funny on the boat. And like, just like when he's eating the Long Johns.
Yeah, the Claire's.
Oh my gosh, he ate 12 of them.
Well,
because we did 12 takes, because we had wide shot, close up, 2 shot, and then like, you know, but we do 4 of each. It's like he had to do it 12 times.
Did he enjoy it, or
No,
he
hated it.
He threw up.
Yeah, he had to throw up. Yeah.
Oh,
It was like 10 in the morning, like 9 in the
Yeah,
morning.
he's eating like 12 Long Johns at 12 in the at like noon, or like before noon. Disgusting. But also like Jennifer is so fun on set, and like their dynamic is just like really funny and fun. So I think those scenes were a lot of fun. And then what's the scene when you're on the porch together? Oh, $800. He could have got more than you. That's just Emmanuel, and that scene is so funny. I don't know. There's so many funny moments. Like, it was just fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we were lucky enough, like Vital believed in the story we were telling, and then allowed us to kind of fill the story in with like so many great actors that we had known over the years. Like Christie Burke is a great friend of ours, and I'd worked with her several times, and she came and played Taylor for us, and Josh Crudis came and played Furry at the beginning, and Rodrigo came, like, it's just Peter Shikoda.
Wait, Rodrigo's an interesting story. I saw him in Blackberry on the plane when I think I was first flying out to Quebec to location scout. So that was like crazy. I was like, that guy could be Rodrigo. Like, Rodrigo can be the Francisco in the film. And it's kind of crazy that we got him that way. Yeah. And then, Peter Shikoda, shout out. Like, he's been in a bunch of our stuff. So, and Sydney Scotia, but she got cut from the film. I'm so sorry, Sydney. wasn't completely my choice.
I have 2 more questions. Tell me more about Guy Jodoin, because like everybody's hysterical. Everybody feels so natural in what they do. And I've never seen Guy Jodoin on like my perspective on Guy Jodoin was always like comedy. So I've never seen him be like that.
This like edgy, grungy, like kind of disgusting guy.
Not really disgusting, but more like, you know, he's always like moody. He doesn't give a shit much about people. And how did you direct that? Because I mean, he's a pretty nice guy. So how did you make him be the bad guy?
Well, it's funny you say that. Like, Guy is a super nice person, and so is Emmanuel. And I think that's why they can play a character like this. Because, like, in Guy's case, especially, like, I remember getting on a call with him early on. I was like, dude, like, can you please shave your head? Can you, like, get, like, a mohawk thing going on? And, like, he was like, why do I do this? Is like, what's my character like? And we just had like an hour-long chat about the character. And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll cut the hair. I'll cut my hair. I'm down. Whatever you want, man. Like, I trust you. After having this conversation, I was like, cool. Like, really great actor, super fun to be around on set. And just like, when you have that energy and attitude, and like, you know, he's super nice and can do comedy, I think it lends itself really well to doing something like this, where you kind of play, I want to say despicable, but maybe that's too harsh, but a character that isn't so nice, right? Like, kind of a harsh character. Yeah.
So my final question would be, what's next? What can we expect from you for the next film?
Ooh. It'll probably be something from left field.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be the same tone unless we're writing something that's kind of, I keep saying the sister film. Like, it's like similar in tone, and vibe maybe. And we're trying to shoot it in Quebec. We'll see what happens. But, I have a bunch of projects set in Japan because I speak Japanese. So I want to make a film there and maybe do something genre. And I don't know, Dakota and I, like, we're both writing a lot and directing. Dakota also directs, and we have a lot of ideas, and we'll see who gives us money for the next project.
Maybe you.
Maybe you.
Maybe you. Talking about it, unfortunately, we couldn't bring the cast to join us for the interview. But if you want to get to know what was it like to work on set and to work on this film, you can also watch the podcast on Vital. I'm going to put a QR code.
The Vital podcast.
Just right here.
Right here.
The QR code.
The whole French cast.
Scan it, do whatever you want, but go on it and listen to the podcast because you will get much more information about the film and experience than the time that we have right now. So please stay tuned. Follow Vital on social media. Follow Dakota. Follow Harrison. And stay tuned for
And
more.
watch the film. Please
And
watch the film.
Yes, of course. Watch the film. It's important.
And then,
beautiful.
and then don't give us a bad review if you don't like it. Only good ones.
What if they do?
I will see it and I'll be sad.
Thank you so much, guys.
Oh, hey, thank
for
you,
your
man.
time.